Hey, what's up, peeps and ponies? It's Burbrony here, and this is episode 2 of the Let's Build of the Bugatti Chiron. So, without further ado, let's flip open the instruction book, and dump out all the parts for number 2, and we will get going on it. But first things first, there is an interesting piece in this set, which is this looking gear. It's supposed to be a catch that's supposed to change the shift of the gear inside the gearbox. And yes, we are building the gearbox right now. So, without further ado, let's begin. So first off, you'll need an L beam in light gray with one of the orange pegs like this, and place it in the angle at the L like this, and push it in all the way, and then grab one of the small blue pegs that looks like this and push that into the front end of the orange peg like this. And then grab one of the black Technic pegs that's like this and place it in the middle of the 5 that looks like this. And then we'll put this down for a second, and we'll need to grab another L beam and then one of a reddish brown, well, more of a brown, 3 long axle with the stop on the end, and then put that one above the 3 parts in the L like this, and then place one of your light gray gears in the axle, and there we go. Whoopsies, sorry about that. So now you have this, and then you're gonna take 3 more of the black pins like this and place them into the L beam just like this. And then you're gonna take one of the blue eye hole pegs like this, and then place it in here like this. And then we're gonna place that onto the other L just like this. Now you're gonna flip this L over till it makes like a small rectangle. And then you're gonna take your other orange pin and place that into both ends of the L beams, so this way it would stay supported and it won't like fold out. Now you're gonna take a 5 long black Technic beam with a 4 long dark gray Technic axle with a stop on it, and you're going to place that in the middle with one of your beige gears, but in Lego's terms it's sand yellow, and we put it in the axle, and then take one of your black gears and place that above the sand yellow gear, and then attach it to this module like so. And this is going to be one sophisticated gearbox, ladies and gentlemen. So now you're going to take this small 2 long Technic beam in black, one with a round hole and one with the cross axle hole, and then one of the black Technic pins, and place that in there, and then take your 7 long Technic beam in yellow and place that into here like this, and then take another one of the dark gray 4 long Technic axles, which is right here, and place that in towards the black beam and the yellow beam like this. And then take another one of the small Technic beams in black and place it on to the axle just like this. And then you're going to attach that to here all the way in like this. And then you're going to take one of your T-beams in light gray and then 2 of the black pegs like this, one on the end facing towards what my camera is at, and the other one in the middle facing towards the camera. So it's like one is opposite from the other. Here, let me put it in my arm and leg view. There. See? And then you're going to place it in right here, like this. And then you're going to take another one of the 4 long Technic axles with a stop on it and place that in here just like this, and it's kind of loose, so it'll like fall out if you don't give it support. And then you're going to take one of these black Technic axle connectors and place it onto the Technic axle, and then add a black Technic peg onto the black Technic beam right there. And then you're going to take one of the large Technic axle connectors, like in light gray, with a 7 long Technic axle, and place that onto the axle connector like that, with a red Technic gear like this, and place that onto the Technic axle. Pardon me, I'm sort of having a little bit of air coming into my throat. And then just fill it into, and it's not a burp, but it's more of a, just air. And you're going to place it in here like this on the side of the light gray gear. And then take your other beige gear and attach that to the yellow Technic axle on the other side, and you're gonna have something like this. Next, we're going to take a 6 long red axle with another one of those large axle connectors in light gray and attach that to the axle connector with another one of your red Technic gears, and you're going to flip this around and over like this, and you're going to place your red gear with axle right there like that. And then you're going to take another one of your black gears like this and place it onto the red axle, and it should connect to the beige gear right there. And now we're going to put this part aside, and we're going to build another section of the build. So now we're going to take another one of the L-beams with a 5 long brown Technic axle with a stop on it on the small end of the L with a tiny dark gray gear like this. And we're going to place that all the way in like this. And then we're going to take this beige Technic axle. Well, I shouldn't say Technic, because some of the other Lego sets include some of these parts. So, sorry if I'm saying Technic, but this set that I'm building is for Technic. So we need this, plus a black axle connector, and place that onto the axle connector with the small end. As you can see, it's a small end. And then you're going to take a 5 long axle in light gray and attach that to the axle connector, and then place a light gray gear onto the light gray side of the axle, and then place that into the L-beam, one slot above the gear. And then you're going to look for another one of the small dark gray gears and place that into there to get something like this. And then you're going to take another small blue Technic pin and place that above the gears, and then one of the large blue Technic pins and place that beside that, and then take one of the orange pins like this and place that on top of the small blue peg. And then you're going to take a 2 long yellow axle, which looks like this, and you're going to place that all the way in from the blue peg with a 4 long dark gray axle with a stop on it, and we're going to slot that in, and then take one of these blue gears and place that on here onto the dark gray axle with one of these light gray axle connectors. And then we're going to put this down for a second, and we're going to need the T-beam with two black pegs, and then one of the L-beams, and then we're going to take one of the lime green 5 long Technic beams, and then one of the black pegs. Oh, and also, if you're wondering, I did a few slight I'm trying to think of the word. I did a few kinks on the first part because some of the parts were misplaced, and I had to fix those. So I had to fix them. So now you should have something that should look like this. And now you're going to take another 6 long axle in red with one of your light gray bushings that looks like this, and you're gonna install that onto the axle at the end like this. And then take one of your light gray gears and put that all the way towards the bushing like this. And we're gonna install that right here. And then you're gonna take another light gray gear and install that to the axle. And then take this white axle connector that acts also as like the center of the gear shift and place that right here like this. And then we're gonna take this part, whoop, dropping things everywhere, and we're gonna install it like this. If I can ever slide it in, there we go. So we're gonna make this right here. And then we're going to take another light gray gear and place that right here like this. And then we'll take another large blue pin and attach that like so, right there. And then we're gonna attach these two parts together like this. See? Now it makes one big one. And now we're gonna put this down for a second and take a 13 long Technic beam in light gray with 3 of the black pegs and place them in that pattern right there. And then we'll need one of the weird looking beams with the axle here, whole section here that was in episode 1, and place that here like this with one of the small light gray pegs like this, and place that inside that beam like this. And then take another blue pin with one moment, Mom, I'm in a video. And I'm going to place a black pin right there, and and that's what it's supposed to look like. And sorry about that, my mother was coming in, and it's kind of ridiculous. So now, what else we need is this red pin, and we're gonna install that right there, like that. And then we're gonna install all of that onto this part, like that. And now it's time to put on some more parts. So we'll need an L-beam right here, like that, with a T-beam right here. And then a small blue peg on the middle of the T-beam with a black peg inside this part of the L-beam. Right there. And then I'm going to take another one of these beams and place one right here, like that, with another red peg right here, like this. And now we're going to put this down for a second and grab an 8 long axle in black with one of the large light gray axle connectors and attach that to the axle like this, and then take one of the these parts right here and place it right here like this with one of the red gears and attach that onto the yellow part like that. Yeah, I don't know all of the names to every single part there is in Lego, but you put that into the system like this, and you see how it makes, like, you see how the light grays make like this pattern, and then take one of your dark gray gears, and I'm going to place that on the back like that. And then I'm going to flip the page. And now we're going to take another 8 long axle and place that on the axle connector, white axle connector right there, like that. And then take 4 of these gear shift cylinders. So I'm going to try to find, there we go, got all 4. And we're going to attach them onto the axle connectors like this. See? Cool. Now we need another 8 long right here in one of them, and then a 4 long black axle like this, in right here, like that. And then we shall put this down for a second. Take a black axle connector with a yellow 3 long axle and place that in the axle connector with another beige axle with the small end going in there. And then take your orange catch and place that in one in like this on the yellow axle. And then you're gonna place that into the 2, and there we go, like that. See? Now we can turn it, and it changes the gear of the gearbox. Now we're going to take a 5 long, and we're gonna, in light gray, and one of these in like later, and then we're gonna take this the regular bushing, and push it about maybe a half of it, like take a half bushing and push it in that way like this, and then take off the half bushing, so this way you could get a precise amount, and then place the catch, the other catch, inside like this, and then a black axle connector right there, like that. And then you're gonna attach that into there like this, and then push the whole entire axle in. So now you have both catches in. And then we will find one of the beams that looks like this, and then one of the light gray eye hole parts that looks like this, and place that on here like this. And then two of the black pegs, and then one of the T-beams, and place that on here just like this, with a beige gear going onto the beige axle like this. And then you're going to take a 5.5 long axle like this and place that right here like this, with a red gear like this, and place that on the axle like so. And then you're gonna take two of the the large blue pins with an L-beam, and in light gray, and place the blue pins like this, and then another one of these beams, and place that all the way in on the blue pegs like this, and then slide that in like this, and then add a light gray gear right here like that, and then take this orange axle connector with a Technic hole in it, and then a 6 long red axle, and place it in here like this, with another light gray gear right here like this, and we're gonna install that on the reddish brown axle like this. See? Like that. And then another 7 long yellow axle, and place that on the remaining cylinder like this. And then take a blue gear and a black gear. So you need these two gears, and place the blue gear on the last cylinder, and then the black gear on the black axle. So this way they connect like this. And then you're going to take another L-beam with one of the orange pins. Ooh, that's a blue one. This one. And we're going to attach it like this. And then attach that to the whole thing like this. And then take a red gear and place that on the black axle right there, and then a light gray gear and place that right here. like this. And then you're going to take another red gear, place it on the far left cylinder like that. And then we're going to put this down for a second, and I'm going to move all the parts up. And you're going to take a 13 long with a 13 long light gray Technic beam with a 5 long axle in brown with a stop on it. And then one of these yellow gears and attach that to the axle like this, and make sure that the gear is diagonal, and add a light gray bushing and a yellow half bushing like this. And then we're going to take one of the blue pins and place it on the fourth from the left, and then a black pin on the second to the left, and then two more on the outside of the brown axle like this. And then you're gonna install that. So you're gonna not flip. You're gonna wait. Oh shoot! I almost forgot. You need a T-beam and place that like this with an L-beam placed right here like this. So you have this. Now you can insert it. So insert it like this and make sure it's on secure, and then the orange pin inside can be pushed in, which is that orange pin, and then you can flip it over and you can add a black axle right here. And there we go. And then we can put this thing down. And we need another 13 long axle with a small blue pin, and then two black pins. And yes, I'm using the term pin instead of peg. Well, sometimes I use peg, but sometimes I use pin. So, and then you need this beam right here, and place that on the blue peg, just like what I used that turn now. And then you're gonna install it right here like this right here. And then you're going to place a T-beam, which is this, and insert it onto this side, which is the right side. If I can ever push it in, there we go. And then my 3 long Technic beam in light gray, and insert that right there. And then you need 2 of these and 4 of these. And you're gonna insert 2 of them, 2 of the blue pegs, inside one of the beams. So you should have something that should look exactly like this. And you're gonna insert one over here. So one right here, and the other on the end, like that. And then you're gonna take this axle connector and insert it right there, like that, and then one of your 6 long red axles, and insert that all the way in beside your yellow gear, like that, right there, and then your other yellow gear, and place that beside it, like this. And then you're going to take your blue eye socket part and insert that right there with a small blue Technic pin right here, like this, so like that. And then you're going to take a small black L beam that looks like that, and then one of these light gray eye socket parts, and insert it with the eye hole going sideways like this, and then one of your red pegs like that, and then insert that into here like this, and then push the red peg in to the blue eye socket. Wow, almost dropped it. And let's see. There we go. Oh, wait. It's gotta be there. There we go. And then we can flip it over. And once we do that, we'll need an 11 long black Technic beam with 2 of the blue pegs that are large, and place one on the end, and then one on fourth from the left, like this. And then take your 13 long light gray Technic beam and place that similar to the 11 long, like this, but there are 2 sticking out. And then take your black Technic pin and place that on the very end, like this. And then you're going to insert all of that onto the gearbox. And once you do that, you will have something like this. And then you're gonna put this down for a second, and you're gonna take an 11 long Technic beam in black with like 7 pegs, and you're gonna make it in a pattern of 1 and 2, and then 1 and then 2, and then another 1. And then you're going to take your 2 of your T-beams and place them on the ends, like in the same direction, like this. And then take your L and place it like this, with the short side going to the left. And then place 3 of the black pegs on the bottom of each of the beams. And then take another 11 long Technic beam and place that pointing towards the left, like this. And then you're going to take 2 more black pegs and place one in the middle of the L and T and one on the end, like this. And you're going to place all of that onto here, like this, when I get it on. There. Like this. And then you're going to take 2 of your light gray gears and you're going to attach one on the red axle and then another one on the black axle. And then your red gear right beside the light gray gear on the red axle. Like this. And then you're going to take your other small black L beam and just give me a sec because I had to put down some stuff on the side of my bed. So, and then you'll need this little ball peg and place that on here like this. And then place a black peg underneath that with one of the 1 long Technic beams in white and place that on top of the black peg like this. And you're gonna place that right here like this. And then place the yellow Technic axle connector right here like this. And then you're going to take one of these 2 long Technic beam plates with another one of the ball pegs like this and attach that to one end and then attach that the other end to the yellow gears like this. And then you're going to take a 4 long axle in black and place that on the orange axle connector with one of the yellow gears and place that onto the axle. And then take another one of the white axle connectors that acts as the gear shift and place it right there. So right there. And we're done building the gearbox for now. So now we're going to insert it to the mechanism we did in episode 1. So we're going to go just like this and slide it in and then push it in if I can. There. And now it's in. So now we need a red axle connector with the 7 long axle. Place that on here. And then one of the red gears and slide that in. And then slide that into that little section right there. So right here. And then boom. We have the gearbox secured. And then take this red gear and place that beside that. Like that. And then you're going to take another L beam with two of the large blue pins, and then going on the small end, and then one of the black pins going on the long end at the end, like this. And then one of the three long Technic beam going on top of the short end, like this, with a long black Technic pin, like this, going on to the middle of the three long beam, like this. And then take another two long beam, like this, and attach that to the long black pin and the blue pin right here, like this. And then we're going to take one of these axle connectors and place it here with one of the black ball pegs and place that here, like this. And place that onto here, like this. So right here. And then take your yellow rubber band and slide that onto both of the ball out of the balls. Not like balls isn't like anything else, but like these parts right here. And then we're gonna put this whole thing down for a second, and we're gonna take this rectangular beam with four of the black pegs right here on the top, and then another two on the opposite on the right side, like this. And then two of the light gray pegs that look like this on the left side, like this. And then we're going to take a 15 long Technic beam in black with one of these small pegs and place that third from the right on this side, like this. And then you're going to place that onto the two pegs like this. And then you're going to take another one of these light gray pegs and you're going to place that in here inside of the rectangular beam like this with one of these beams right here like this. And then you're going to take another one with one of your brown pin axles and one of the yellow half bushings and place the half bushing on to the axle and then place the axle onto the beam like this and then attach that to here like this. And then what you're going to do is that you're going to snake this through the left side of the build and then attach it to the two blue pegs. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. I made a mistake, guys. I sort of made a mistake. I put on the last piece on the part that I just built incorrect. So now I did it right. So now you're going to snake it in and then attach it to the two blue pegs like this. And then you're going to push the light gray peg inside into the module and then the axle in like that. And then you're going to take your last two beam, and then a black peg with a one long beam in white, and do it like that, and then place it onto the module right here, so right there, like that. And we're almost done. So now we're gonna take this, place that here, and then another here, and then a black peg there, and then a black peg right here. And then one of the light gray pegs inside like this, and then a T-beam on two of the black pegs like this, and then two more black pegs here and here, and then let's see, uh-oh, I think, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Give me a sec. I'm trying to look for a piece. Maybe it's in box 3. Give me a sec. I'm gonna look for it right now. Oh, there's one. Okay. I got an extra from bag 3. So yeah, sorry about that. I was just looking for this piece. So now you need the same half bushing and axle, and place those onto here like this, with this on here like this, and then another, and then place that like that, and then just hold it into place and place the beam axle in, then the peg in, and then take your 2 7 long Technic beams in black with 4 of your large blue pegs, and place those on the bottom like this, and then attach those to the 2 parts that you just built, like this. When I get it on there, like this, and then you're gonna take one of the light gray and one of the orange pegs, and you're gonna place one right here all the way in, and then the other one just one in, and then take your 2 L beams and place those in here, into here like this. Once I get it in, there we go. And then you're gonna take this blue pin and place it 2 from the back, which this is the back, and then take your light gray pin and place that right here, so right there. And then you're going to take your 13 long Technic beam with a blue pin and place it 2 from this side, and then your eye socket, and place that 2 from the peg on the opposite side like this, and then slide that into here and it should fit perfectly. Then press the orange peg in with two of the black light blue, not light blue, the blue pegs right here and right here, like that. And then these two wings right here, and place the one that has the 22 on it on this side, and then the other one which has the 21 on it, which goes right here. And then you're gonna place your last two pieces, which are these two pins. Wait, oh, that's why. That's why I had it wrong. Not right now, Grandma. Okay, so I had this all wrong. And then place that like that, and then like that. And that, folks, is the whole entire part 2 done. So thanks for watching this Let's Build part, and just leave some comments down in this description. Leave some comments down on the video. Give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video, which is going to be episode 3 and the final section of section 1. So peace. Burbroni is out.